If you've been in crypto since the Bitcoin all-time high, and especially in altcoins, and now you're looking at your portfolio and you're wondering what in the world went wrong, or even worse, if you're thinking about quitting crypto altogether, you're probably going to watch this video because I'm going to show you guys that we could potentially be already past some of the worst moves. We're going to take a look at it. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and let's take a look at where we currently are in the markets. It is not a surprise to see the current sentiment in the crypto markets as other asset classes are going through the roof and hitting new all-time highs. If we take a look at the current sentiment on Bitcoin and the crypto markets, we are now in neutral, heading likely back towards the fear. Who knows if we're going to reach the extreme fear, but for the better part of the last few months, we have been in fear or extreme fear. And ultimately speaking, it has been horrible holding altcoins more specifically. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because if we take a look at where we've seen Bitcoin to where we are now, if we compare it to another market cycle that is very similar in the sense of quantitative tightening ending, quantitative easing starting, well, we need to be looking at what could we see in the near future, since we've already seen a major correction in crypto and of course more specifically in altcoins. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin's chart, there is no denying that Bitcoin is struggling at this point, and we've made countless videos about the current range, and we've seen this happen time and time again where Bitcoin consolidates for several weeks, even several months before making its next move, and right now we are seeing something very similar. So what is important to note here is that if we are in a bear market, we can see that Bitcoin is actually down quite substantially from the October all-time highs. We're down about 27%, and at one point in time back in November, we were actually down 35% on Bitcoin. And of course, if you compare that to altcoins, it's probably even worse. But if we take a look at where this puts us in terms of the 50-week moving average as well as the 200-week moving average, well, we can see two things. We are obviously below the 50-week moving average, which had been support throughout this bull market, which, some people will say that this is an indicator that we are headed more into a bear market than a bull market. And then we have the 200-week moving average, which is the red line on your screen and also represents usually where Bitcoin goes in bear market scenarios. So with that in mind, if we take a look at what has happened historically, and if we compare what happened in 2019, because I do think this year is relatively similar to what we're seeing in terms of liquidity conditions in the current market. Because in 2019, we can see that the federal balance sheet started going up in September of 2019. And as we can see, Bitcoin had topped roughly 2 months prior to the federal balance sheet going up, and it had topped around $14,000 at that point in time. And even as the Fed ended quantitative tightening and slowly started quantitative easing, we can see the blue line going up slowly but surely. The price of Bitcoin continued falling and falling quite rapidly over that same span, and it fell to about 53%. Now, as you guys know, we have seen drawdown of roughly 35% on Bitcoin. Right now, we're down about 27% on Bitcoin from the all-time high. So if we were to see similar conditions than 2019, well, we are potentially already halfway through the move or even a little further along. Now, obviously in 2019, we can go to the COVID-19 pandemic, which sent us into a recession, and the whole move for Bitcoin's drawdown was about 73%. But I don't see anything like this happening yet again. I do see something more along the lines of this one happening rather than a 73% drawdown for Bitcoin. Now, if we remove the Fed liquidity chart and we go back to that 200-week moving average, we can see that in the 2018 bear market, we ended up touching that in 2019. Because of the recession, we ended up touching the 200-week moving average. If we go back to just recently in 2022, we actually fell below the 200-week moving average. And as we take a look now, of course, we are still well above the 200-week moving average. And as the price continues staying up, well, that 200-week moving average is only going to continue climbing. And right now, that 200-week moving average sits around 58 So in my opinion, if we were to see continued drawdown on a Bitcoin, and if it were to fall lower from this range, I do think that we would likely find support on this 200-week moving average. And of course, I do think that this is likely going to coincide with the range that we've seen in this part here, where Bitcoin consolidated for about 6 months, which is anywhere from, $69,000 all the way to roughly $55,000. But I would imagine that we would likely find initial support around the previous all-time high of $69,000. Now, with that being said, if Bitcoin were to go to $69,000 from the current price, well, that is another drawdown of roughly 24%. Now, obviously, that does not sound great. Now, don't get me wrong, if Bitcoin drops another 24% to $69,000, it's going to be pure chaos in the space. And of course, people are going to likely give up and fully capitulate. But 24% drawdown in Bitcoin, should we see it, is just basically the same move we've seen right now. So we're kind of already halfway through the drawdown for Bitcoin if we were to see something similar that happened in 2019. And let me remind you that after 2019, when, liquidity conditions got very good, we had interest rates very low, well, that drawdown of 50% was, extremely quick. And over the next few months, Bitcoin rallied, 1,400%. So, of course, this does not look good, but in the grand scheme of things, we could see a very good reversal as we potentially see more drawdown for Bitcoin. And if you are like me, you definitely want to be looking at where Bitcoin could go, because that could be a phenomenal buying opportunity. Of course, this is a long ways from where we are now. As you guys are aware, we are monitoring Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis. There are tons of levels before it would even get to that point. But this is me thinking more long-term, more towards the next few months in 2026, and potentially getting a market low sometime after summer, let's say September, October, and that could then bring us up higher into Q4 of 2026 and onwards from there. Of course, speculation and me getting ahead of myself, but having a plan that this is a possible scenario. Because if we take a look at, sentiment right now, if you're watching this video, thank you guys for the support, because nobody actually cares about crypto right now. And if you look at content on Twitter, this is from Ben Cohen, we can see in 2021, it was absolutely pure mania. Everybody was talking about crypto. There's a lot of engagement in Twitter or on Twitter. And as we can see now, it is practically nil, and it's only continuing to go down. In 2019, even, it wasn't doing so great either. Now, if we take a look at YouTube views, we have another very similar chart here. In 2021, absolutely chaos. Everybody's talking about crypto, so many views, so much retail is coming in. And right now, views are all going down. So again, if you're watching this, thank you guys for your support. And if you want to support even more, just hit the like button. It's completely free. And if you want to stay up to date with what I'm talking about on crypto, make sure you subscribe. And of course, if you want to go a step further, and support our Discord, we do have a premium Discord. That is the first link in the description below. But as we can see, retail is absolutely not here. No one is caring about Twitter content or YouTube content. And if you look at searches in terms of the word Bitcoin, well, again, we are going back to some of the lows that we've seen over the last few years. If we go to 2018, which is right around here, well, the interest was at 13, and right now we are at an interest of 20. So, we're not far off bear market lows in terms of interest in crypto at this point in time. Now, if you're wondering why we did not see a crazy altcoin season as Bitcoin was making new highs in October of 2025, well, it's because we didn't get a euphoric period, and likely because liquidity conditions just weren't the same as they were in 2021 when the Fed was pumping massive liquidity in the markets. Another thing to look at is we actually topped on apathy versus euphoria. So people weren't actually excited about this market. We can see it from Ben's chart here yet again. In 2019, it was a very similar market top, and then we had, a drawdown of 50%, and then a recession with the COVID-19 pandemic. It drew down from about 73% for Bitcoin, and there was no euphoria for the markets. In 2021, we had massive euphoria and a massive drawdown for Bitcoin, going over 80% in its drawdown. Now, taking a look at the euphoric chart in the last, few years, we've not seen it happen again, which is why we are likely going to see more or less a smaller drawdown than what we've seen in previous euphoric cycles. So with that being said, if you are considering just leaving crypto altogether, I think that, we've potentially seen some of the worst already, in the sense that Bitcoin has gone from $126,000 all the way to $80,000 and now is sitting around $92,000. In terms of altcoins, because of course we're all holding altcoins. If you look at where we have altcoins at this point in time, well, again, I would argue that we have seen some of the worst conditions for altcoin. And at some point in time, when liquidity conditions become better, which is going to happen in 2026, slowly but surely, you're potentially going to see altcoins recover should Bitcoin recover. Again, it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin heads lower and, reaches that 50% drawdown and really comes up to the market low in, let's say, October, well, altcoins for the next few months are not going to do anything. But at some point in time, liquidity is going to come back. Market conditions are going to come back. Risk on assets are going to come back. And we are likely to see altcoins rally from that market low. If you look at the last 5 years, it's only been down for altcoins. And if you look at the last altcoin seasons, well, it's always after we hit rock bottom. In 2017, we hit rock bottom before shooting straight up. And similarly, by, end of 2020 into 2021, very similar, hit rock bottom. We even made a new low from 2017 and we had a crazy altcoin season. And right now, we've just continued to see altcoins bleed against Bitcoin. So with that being said, I hope you realize that these are some of the things that happen in crypto. It's super volatile. You can go and make a ton of money, but things can also go sideways, and bear markets are actually an opportunity to make a ton of money during the next leg up of the market. And that is what I plan on doing as we continue on with this current market. So with all of that being said, I do think that we've seen about 50%, if not a little bit more, of the drawdown we're going to have on Bitcoin if we are in fact in a bear market. And if we are, well, I am going to be waiting with my stables to purchase when Bitcoin makes a new low. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.